we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday night here at the BTA Network because yesterday, of course, was a holiday. Columbus/Indigenous Peoples Day. Yes,
I refuse to. So, Shirley, a little bit later on tonight, we're going to have to play something from True TV before we really get going.
Okay.
But go ahead with the intros.
All right. So, anyway, yes, since yesterday was holiday, we start our new week today on Tuesday. So, let's see if we can find stories that'll make you think. And, Janet, your hair is standing on end. All right. All right. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I'm Boy Stream. I'm currently on the line with three of my crazy cohorts. First, to my left, we have our master and creator, Frodo. Hello, Frodo.
What up, people? I've been having some fun today.
All right.
Making
Below
maggots look like they're bitches.
Below me, we have our resident Joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
All right. Below left is our tiny sus, Janet.
Happy Monday. Tuesday.
That's okay. Yeah, we
Sure,
have our
Monday
tiny
on
sus, Janet.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, we have our tiny sus, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Thank you for making.
Got our global moderator, Mr. Sajo. That, mind you, he's not there to moderate away your rights to free speech, but he is there to moderate away abusive language.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Who is that?
Sajo. He's in the chat. Keeping an eye on it. He's keeping an eye on it.
And he's our global moderator.
It's Shirley.
Yep.
I've been doing these quizzes on YouTube. They have different quizzes. And the poor guy, he tripped over his tongue a few times and had to correct himself.
I believe it.
So, Shirley?
Yes.
Before we get going hardcore into our episode tonight, I want to make it perfectly clear that as Beyond the Airwaves, we do not recognize the original name for Monday, which is Columbus Day. There's a simple reason. Columbus is a piece of shit and doesn't deserve to have respect put on his name. But that's not why. Because we believe here at Beyond the Airwaves that the people who lived in this country before it was America deserve a lot more respect than they get from the current administration and the people in charge. So, as such, we're gonna ruin we're going to ruin Columbus Day for everyone.
Okay.
There's the link in the chat,
Okay.
Shirley.
I'm a little concerned about this because I'm worried we're gonna get hit with a copyright strike.
Well, we won't, because what we're gonna do is first off make it clear that this, even though our opinions are very similar to what Adam says, this is called news reporting and that.
Okay.
And it's covered under fair use.
Okay. All right. Good enough.
And we do have that fair use clause in the start of our show.
Okay. All right. Here's hoping that this. All right. Now I found out sharing now does work with Zoom and YouTube, so it should be okay now.
You should do where the video is over your shoulder.
Okay. Okay. There we go. Hi, y'all.
Is that Miss Grizzle?
Not quite. Okay. Let's hope this works. Here goes.
We will learn about Christopher Columbus, the heroic explorer who discovered America and proved the Earth was round.
Actually, Columbus was an incompetent buffoon who never even set foot in America.
Hush, hush. We all know Columbus wasn't perfect.
That's an understatement. The real story of Columbus is even worse and weirder than you think. All aboard the Magic Van! First of all, Columbus couldn't have discovered that the Earth was round because in his time it was already common knowledge.
A globes for sale? A perfectly ordinary globes for sale?
Oh, what? Then why did it take until 1492 for anyone to sail the ocean blue?
Simple. Back then, they didn't know
Frodo,
the
we got a
Americas
problem.
existed. So navigators thought there was no
I
way a
noticed.
ship could make it all the way from Europe to Asia.
So Columbus set sail because he was brave.
Nope, he set sail because he was a doofus who was terrible at math. Instead of trusting the experts, Columbus believed the Earth was thousands of miles smaller than it actually was.
Fools, all of them! My math says the Earth is teeny tiny and shaped like a pear, and at the top it has a succulent nipple.
He actually believed that?
Yes, I actually believe this. I can sail from Europe to India in a matter of days.
That's extremely wrong.
It took years for Columbus to convince the king and queen his plan didn't suck. But competition in the spice trade was getting intense. So Ferdinand and Isabella were desperate to find a new way to get their fix.
The Earth is tiny and also a pear. Give me money, please.
This man is an idiot.
I don't care. Out of this, you guys.
Fine. Give this more on the bare minimum.
What
90 dumb men and 3 dumb sheeps. If you die, who cares?
Right. And that's when Columbus showed them all and became a hero.
But
You know what happens to mouthy students?
they get extra credit?
I turn them into iguanas. Say hi, Edward. Kill me. Now, children, that's the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, the ships Columbus sailed to discover America.
We froze on the Earth.
I'm really sorry, Ms. Dazzle, but Columbus never set foot in America. Of all the modern-day countries Columbus made it to, like Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, none of them were in the United States.
Okay, fine. Then Columbus discovered Haiti in the Dominican Republic.
Sure he did, if you don't count the 250,000 Taino people that lived there already.
Occupied? Someone lives here?
Right, I know this part. He thought he made it to India.
Aha! This is India, and these people are Indians. I will be rich in spices and gold.
What a silly mistake.
Yes, if by silly you mean brutal, and by a mistake you mean one of several. The Taino treated Columbus and his crew with the utmost hospitality.
Hug?
We need reinforcements!
Columbus repaid their kindness by returning with 17 ships and 1,200 men, so he could enslave the Taino and steal their gold. There was only one problem: they didn't have any.
You, gold, now!
Oh, I want to help, but what is gold?
This infuriated Columbus, and soon he and his crew began to slaughter them.
This is very inappropriate for me to see.
Columbus's regime was so senselessly brutal that by 1542, the Taino population on the island had fallen to 200.
I can't believe it. I had no clue that Columbus was this cruel. But after this, he must have gone on to do great things.
Nope, this was literally all he did. He didn't discover America, and he didn't prove the Earth was round. He just bounced around the Caribbean, slaughtered a bunch of innocent people, and died thinking he had made it to India.
Hashtag no regrets.
Holy crow. Then why do we learn about this guy in school?
Oh, great question. For centuries, Columbus was a historical footnote. But that changed in 1828 when Washington Irving, the author of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and other tall tales, wrote the first English-language biography of Columbus.
Columbus was a murderous failure? That ain't gonna sell copies. Let's say he was a brave genius who proved the Earth was round and discovered America.
Seems believable.
And Irving's myth caught on big time when some new Americans were searching for a hero. Throughout the 19th century, a surge of Italians immigrated to America, where they were persecuted and treated like they didn't belong.
Ah, this is New York City! We hate pizza, and we'll always hate pizza.
To help prove Italians were a part of the American story, Italian Americans latched onto Irving's version of Columbus and promoted it like crazy.
Hey, we know a guy that knows a guy that discovered America, and he's Italian.
I guess Italians are great. This guy deserves his own holiday.
And that's the true story of how an incompetent and vicious nobody became the national hero we celebrate today.
Okay, gotta stop this.
Well, that was Adam Ruins Everything?
Yep. Okay, let's see. Are we back moving again? Yes, good.
It was a satire of Magic School Bus.
Yep.
Well, in a way, but what it really points out to is the fact that the people who celebrate a man like Columbus, who literally was only famous because he bounced around and killed a bunch of people, were you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Anyway, continuing on.
Mm-hmm.
In general, just as a show, and I'm just putting this out there, we do not support tyrannical dictators as a general rule of thumb. What do you think of that, you guys?
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So anyway, getting back to other stuff. Today, dipshit dingleberry bastard asshole. Did I say that correctly?
Probably did.
Decided that it was more important to support to give an award to a man who really didn't deserve it, over, I don't know, actually trying to do good for this country. You know? So I'm just saying. I'm not trying to make any claims, but just saying. Oh, by the way, new news from the what's it called? Weatherwise camp.
Oh.
The what?
Weatherwise.
Okay, whatever you just said, go ahead with the good news.
They've added a new function, Weatherwise.
Weather intensity score?
Yep.
What was it they added to Weatherwise?
The weather intensity score. Now, I've got it up. Here's how it goes. Developed by Ryan Hall, the weather intensity score, WIS, is a real-time weather intensity thermometer showing how severe and impactful conditions are across the United States right now. See the nation's weather intensity score at a glance from within the alerts panel when Y'all mode is turned on. Available today for Plus and Pro subscribers. And by the way,
the intensity scale went crazy along the northeast coast.
Oh
yeah. Oh, get this. I was watching the news earlier today. A bus got stranded up in Donner Pass. At 7,500 feet, it started snowing. And they weren't expecting. So some guy helped a lady get out of the snow. And there was some guy throwing snowballs, wearing Levi's, wearing jeans and a white t-shirt.
Also, that weather intensity score has one other advantage, Shirley, that I don't think you caught.
No, what was it?
at the top end of the scale, it has a label when Ryan will go live.
Oh, okay.
And right now that's set to 190.2.
Hmm.
How do you see the intensity score?
You have to first go. Okay, so first you see the hamburger menu in the top right corner or top left corner.
Uh-huh.
I'm on my phone, so bottom right for me.
Make sure y'all mode is active.
Y'all mode is on.
I don't think
And
I
then
mind
go
this, but I forgot
to
how to... Oh, there it is, y'all mode.
go to the alerts panel, which is the one with the triangle and the exclamation point.
Yeah.
There
And
it
there's
is.
the WIS.
There it is.
Oh, okay. There's the weather.
Weather intensity score, 6.63.
Very nice. I like that.
No, it's going to 6.64. No, seriously, it's going up just a little bit.
I don't have it on my. I don't have weatherwise back on my laptop yet.
That's fine.
But that will. I was just about to mention, Mike. How about Thursday?
This Thursday?
Yeah.
Yep, I can do it. Thursday, I'll be over about 10 o'clock.
When's your surgery,
That
Mike?
works for me.
That is the 23rd. That's next Thursday.
Yeah.
In other words, he's gonna get his computer all fixed up this Thursday, and next Thursday he's gonna get his asshole fixed up. Oh wait.
No,
Actually-
I'm gonna eat the gallbladder.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're yeetily D'ing a bunch of shit.
Pretty much.
But no,
You
I
know
told
somebody-
these guys.
Mike, be glad you're nipping your gallbladder problem in the bud. I know somebody who had to get rid of a gallstone, maybe this big.
I know. I am so glad that I'm getting it done on my own terms and not the fucking gallstone terms.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ay,
But no,
freaking surgery.
you know, I told these guys something that they kind of didn't understand, that they kind of were all kinds of crazy about. But here's what it boils down to. I've had 3 surgeries on my eyes. 2 on my left eye, 1 on my right. Okay. I've also had one of the weirdest places you can have a surgery without it being your dick.
Your backside.
My asshole.
Ooh.
Like,
Oh.
literally.
Was it the
I'm
help
not even.
kids?
No. I actually had a fistula in ano.
Ooh, ouch. Ooh.
I didn't even. It doesn't even hurt when you have fistula. It's essentially just a bunch of bacteria decided to eat their way through the side of my ass cheek and into my asshole.
Can we talk about something else, please?
Okay, I can give you
Mike
this.
is over
You're
here
agreeing.
giggling like
Mike.
crazy.
Okay,
Mike, you're agreeing with me, aren't you?
yeah. All right. Well, I got a little bit of sad news here.
Go
You
ahead,
may,
Phil.
you may have never heard the name Drew Struzan, but if you've seen posters for Star Wars, Blade Runner, and Back to the Future, he was the poster artist.
Who was it?
His name is Drew Struzan. He was a renowned poster artist. He did Star Wars, Blade Runner, and Back to the Future. He did the posters for those.
Oh, if it's the poster of Blade Runner I'm thinking of, it was the one from the original movie that had Harrison Ford's face and profile, kind
Yeah.
of.
Well, here's what's
Okay,
going
that-
on.
Also,
All right. Oh, go ahead.
That was
also,
the original Blade Runner movie.
going off of the sad news, we're going to add one more little bit of sad news in that Diane Keaton
Yep.
has passed away at the age of 73.
I thought it was 79.
Hold
Oh,
on, I'll find out. Echo?
Yeah.
How old was Diane Keaton when she died?
Diane Keaton died at the age of 79 on October 11th, 2025.
Okay.
She was born on January 5th.
Okay, stop.
I stand corrected. There you go. 79.
Yeah. All right. So anyway,
But you know,
oh, go ahead.
but you know what?
What?
That's still a fucking good life.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Drew Struzan, the renowned artist known for designing posters for films including Star Wars, Back to the Future, and Blade Runner, died yesterday. He was 78. Struzan's Instagram account released a statement announcing his death. It is with a heavy heart that I must tell you that Drew Struzan has moved on from this world as of yesterday, October 13th. I feel it is important that you all know how many times he expressed to me the joy he felt knowing how much you appreciated his art. Read the statement from longtime collaborator Greg Aronowitz. Drew made event art, said frequent collaborator Steven Spielberg on Struzan's legacy. His posters made many of our movies into destinations, and the memory of those movies and the age we were when we saw them always come flashing back just by glancing at his iconic photorealistic imagery. In his own invented style, nobody drew like Drew. Born in Oregon City, Struzan enrolled at the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, where he sold his artwork and small commissions to pay for college. While living in Los Angeles, Struzan found a job as a local artist for Pacific Eye and Ear, where he worked under the direction of artist Ernie Cefalu. Struzan designed Struzan designed album covers for artists including the Beach Boys, Bee Gees, and Earth, Wind & Fire. And get out of the way, Ad. Okay. And illustrated Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare album cover, charging $150 to $250 per drawing. Don't blame him on that one. During his tenure at Pacific Eye and Ear, Struzan began working on promotional movie posters in 1975, where he did artwork for smaller budget films such as Empire of the Ants and Squirm. Let's see.
Yeah. God, I don't know which B movie was worse, Squirm or Empire of the Ants.
Yeah. Anyway, Struzan was approached by artist Charles White III, who had been hired by David Weitzner, the vice president of advertising at 20th Century Fox, to create a new poster design for the re-release of Star Wars in 1978. White brought on Struzan to help paint the human characters in oil, while White focused on painting the mechanical details and chips on the poster. After working on Star Wars, Struzan illustrated posters for films like Blade Runner, Indiana Jones, and The Last Crusade, Coming to America, The Goonies, and The Muppet Movie. In the 2000s, Struzan worked on Spielberg's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull before announcing his retirement in 2008. He previously came out of retirement to design posters in collaboration for Stephen King's The Dark Tower, Star Wars The Force Awakens, Bat Kid Begins, The Wish Heard Around the World, and the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. In 2013, Struzan was the subject of Eric Sharkey's documentary Drew, the Man Behind the Poster, which examined the artist's life and work. Stop doing that. With interviews with collaborators like George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford. In an interview with Slash Film in 2021, Struzan detailed the creative process behind each poster and the impact of his artwork. I felt that art was more than just telling the story. I'm looking to give a person a feeling about something they could hope for, said Struzan. I asked the directors what they were doing and why they were doing it, and I try to find the best in what they are doing. Then I paint that way. I look for the best pictures I can find of the actors and scenes, and I look for the color palette. I design a composition that is open-ended, not closed-ended, saying, this is what you have to think about this. I feel like I've done a good job when that happens. And that's the end.
Speaking of...
I do...
Hey, Shirley, did you ever see Toy Story 3?
No, but I know what you're talking about. Totoro's in there.
Yeah, the little stuffed Totoro.
Yeah.
Inside the toy box. Did you see the little girl reach over? Whoop, whoop.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And now, you thought Disneyland cost a lot to build? They opened a $1 billion theme park area that had different areas from Pixar, Star Wars, Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting place. I'll have to find it on YouTube again.
Yeah.
Anyway, go.
So, I do have some interesting news that has come out about the next few Pokemon games The next one we all know coming out is Pokemon ZA. Pokemon Legends ZA. Why are you shaking your head, Mike?
Because I know of this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Can you people please fucking wait? God.
Well, I'm not going to go into too much detail except to say that due to the new mechanics behind battle, 7 items are being removed.
7 items are being removed?
Anything that has to do with power points for your moves is being completely removed. No more PP max, no more PP ups, none of the PP restorations, none of it is going to be in ZA.
Oh, ZA, okay.
But the next ones that we know are, and I'm only giving names and general location ideas for this next one. I'm not going to go into too much more detail than that because I want to have a little bit, leaving a little bit of surprises out there. But the next 2 are going to be the Gen 10 games. They are going to be exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. And they are called Wind and Waves. And based on the stuff that we know, the region is based on the Indonesia and Southeast Asian area. So islands, Vietnam, Laos, that area. And the opposing team, I use team in this term very, very loosely, is going to be a bunch of contractors who are either going to de-junglify places or expand land to increase available building area. And we're also going to be able to finally, for the first time in Pokemon history, actually work inside of a fucking jungle.
Ooh.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not going into too much more detail. I've seen other interesting tidbits, but I'm going to leave it at that. Is that fair, Mike?
Yes, it is. I'm just annoyed. I'm like, are you kidding people? Could you please stop with the leaking shit?
Well, I actually enjoy a few leaks because it gives me, as someone who's been a Pokemon fan since the first games, okay, I've been playing them since Red and Blue. My first Game Boy Pocket, I had Pokemon Red on. Okay? And I've been playing Pokemon games since then. In fact, that's not mine. Here's your song. Sorry. In fact, on my little mini game console here, I'm going to drop the brightness really quick so that I can be easily seen. I am playing a Pokemon game as we speak. A Pokemon ROM hack, actually.
Ooh, looks like it's one of the Game Boy ones.
So yeah, Game Boy Color one specifically. It's Pokemon Prism.
I have that one downloaded.
It's a good one.
I practically have.
Yeah, I just.
Go ahead, Fred. I'll let you finish.
I was just gonna say, I was just with what I was talking about earlier. I just wanted to give some information so that people have it, but not like insane amounts. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Why are you doing away with the damn gaming system?
Huh?
I had Scott tell me that one of the PlayStations, they're gonna quit and get rid of it or quit making it.
Oh,
there's some discussion. the PS4 is being retired, yes, but there's also been some discussions about Xbox in general being unviable anymore.
Okay. In other words, it's reached its end of life.
Well, it's not even just that it's reached its end of life. Xbox in general might actually go away because the idea. First off, several weeks ago, Micro Sucks My Nutsack decided that it was a good idea to increase the price of what's it called? Game Pass Ultimate to $30 a month. And now you know why I said Micro's my nutsack. Because I ain't paying no fucking $30 a month to a fucking multi-billion-dollar company just to have unlimited access to games that are only available digitally. Fuck that shit. I'd rather have the fucking physical games myself.
Yeah.
Fair.
But that's not all that bothers me. Because now we've got, and this is one that actually makes me kind of happy. If you have an old Xbox 360 that is still working, why'd you look at Ashley?
No, we were both hearing something.
Oh, we don't have Xbox anymore.
Yeah, we don't have an Xbox anymore. Anyway.
If you have an old Xbox 360 that still works, there is a new that we do have. We have a new hack in existence that allows you to get to force the running of unsigned code on your Xbox 360 using nothing more than a thumb drive. It's called a bad update and a bad avatar. And using avatar data, you can literally plug in this thumb drive, turn on your Xbox, and wait for 30 seconds or so on the login screen, and it'll trigger the exploit, and you'll be able to put whatever you want on there. Emulators, everything.
Excuse me.
So yeah, a bad update has gotten some interesting add-ons. I'm still paying attention to it, even though I don't have an Xbox. I don't care. It's still really interesting how this works, and it is software-only hypervisor override.
Yeah.
So for those that don't understand, hypervisor basically is the hypervisor on most computers is like the software component that monitors all hardware capabilities. And with the hypervisor of a system being completely broken apart, you can literally use it to create any software. You can use it to run any software you want. Fun, huh?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
All right. Well, here's something interesting. K-pop Demon Hunters. It's the popular thing on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here's something interesting. You know how Disney's been trying to do a bunch of live-action remakes and not all of them succeeded? Well, the K-pop Demon Hunters creator has rejected that idea for a live-action movie. It would feel too grounded. It wouldn't work for me. It's like, somebody gets it. Yes.
Fair enough.
So, K-pop Demon... So, go ahead.
Go ahead and finish. You were talking first.
Okay. K-pop Demons Hunter. Let me try that again. K-pop Demon Hunters creator Maggie King recently told the BBC that she does not want to see her record-breaking Netflix animated movie get the live-action treatment in the future. There are so many elements of the tone and the comedy that are so suited for animation, Kang told the news outlet. It's really hard to imagine these characters in a live-action world. It would feel too grounded, so it totally wouldn't work for me. Since premiering in late June, K-pop Demon Hunters has turned into a cultural phenomenon as Netflix's most-watched movie in history. The film's soundtrack topped the Billboard charts and made history as the first soundtrack album to have 4 songs in the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Lead single Golden has spent 8 weeks and counting at number 1. A sing-along version of the movie was released in theaters in late August and grossed $18 million in one weekend, which is pretty good.
You can get the K-pop Demon Hunter music on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon Music.
Yep, let's see. King created the story for K-pop Demon Hunters.
Also get on Spotify.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, King created the story for K-pop Demon Hunters and both co-wrote and co-directed the movie. The film centers on a hugely popular K-pop girl group named Hunter X, the 3 members of which are also secret demon warriors. The women battle a rival boy band, the Saja Boys, who are secretly demons. Chris Applehans, Kang's co-director, also told the BBC that K-pop Demon Hunters should not be turned into a live-action movie. One of the great things about animation is that you make these composites of impossibly great attributes, Applehans said. Ruby can be this goofy comedian and then singing and doing a spinning back kick a second later and then free-falling through the sky. The joy of animation is how far you can push and elevate what's possible, he added. I remember they adapted a lot of different anime into live action, and oftentimes it just feels a little stilted. Dragon Ball Evolution.
Harlock was one that got the live action treatment. It was more CGI than live action, but it still worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
it still worked.
Yeah,
they did it with Space Adventure Cobra too.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a few things that are best left alone. You know what? Speaking of live action movies, guess what movie is going to get the live action treatment next?
Brave?
Tangled.
Oh, Tangled. Okay. All right, well, anyway, I'm almost done here. Variety reported earlier this year that Netflix and Sony are in talks to make a sequel to the animated hit. Kang has been quite open in several interviews about her desire to continue the franchise in animated form. In an interview with Variety, she floated hopes for a sequel, particularly in going beyond Hunter X's lead vocalist Rumi to expand on the histories of her fellow group members Zoe and Mira. We've set up so much for potential backstory. Obviously, there's a lot of questions that are left unanswered and areas that are not explored, and we had to do that because there's only so much movie you can tell in 85 minutes, Kang said. This was Rumi's story, and we have backstories for Zoe and Mira, ones that we actually put in the movie, but it just kind of rejected it. It just wasn't the movie for those stories. So it's like, thank you. Somebody actually understands that sometimes live action does not always work. Like I said,
hey, I know.
Like I said, Dragon Ball Evolution, anyone?
Curse!
You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I will not lie. When I saw a 30-second commercial for that Dragon Ball Evolution movie, I said, I'm not even a Dragon Ball fan. I already know the Dragon Ball fans are not going to like this.
I hear you there. I
Stop
hear you.
mentioning that movie.
What happened?
I mean,
hey, Justin Chatwin, who played Goku, he apologized. So,
yeah, well, still, cursed. Fuck.
I can say the same for Gem of the Holograms. That was a pathetic movie.
Damn. Are you having fun fucking forcing me to put that up?
How about the Scooby-Doo, the second Scooby-Doo movie? Sorry.
You know, that was more tolerable alone than sitting through a marathon of Gem and the Holograms, followed immediately by fucking Dragon Ball Evolution. Fuck that.
I never did try to give Dragon Ball Evolution a break.
No, I mean, seriously, all I needed was 30 seconds, and I knew that was going to be a terrible movie.
I mean, okay. There is one thing that I will say positive about Dragon Ball Evolution. James Marsters was the perfect person to play Piccolo. It was just everything else.
Yeah.
Was just god awesome.
It's like, are you kidding me?
Okay. And for those that don't know who I'm talking about by James Marsters, that's Spike from
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Mm-hmm.
And he just has that personality to him that, you know, you can tell he's a bad guy, but he has an aspect of him that could be positive. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
Too bad Mike isn't getting too much of a laugh anymore about my cursing of certain movies.
You know what I think I ought to do? I ought to, like, watch Madam Web. Just see how bad it really, really is.
I mean, for God's sake, those that know me know that I'm kind of a tinkerer. Kind of, okay, maybe not kind of. And these guys have seen my Jellyfin server. You guys want to explain how crazy filled my Jellyfin server is?
How big is it? And I would not recommend sharing because it's not going to work. Let's just say his library is huge. Let's just say his library is huge.
I've got my biggest libraries in this are my Kamen Rider and my Super Sentai libraries, but I have all the Harry Potter movies, all the DC anime movies from Mask of the Phantasm all the way up to it, including Injustice. I have Ren and Stimpy, the original Sailor Moon, the original Batman the Animated Series.
Huh?
I was just saying, are you sure you want to be announcing that over the air, Frodo?
We're not showing anything. It's okay.
Invader Zim, Fruits Basket, Full Metal Alchemist. These are just some names of animations I have. And then there's also Mike, who's just causing mayhem.
Yeah, meanwhile, I was going to do a search for something, but now I can't remember what I was going to do. I went blank.
Shirley's brain.
That's right. That's right. I blanked the blank and blank. I blanked, seriously.
Your brain farted.
Yeah. I blanked. It's like, I was going to look up something, but I can't remember what the hell it was now. Let's see. In the meantime, the Seattle Mariners are already up 2-0 in the American League Championship Series over Toronto.
Good.
Yep. I'm just happy the Yankees aren't going, because I'm not gonna lie. No offense to Sajo, but I'm sick of the Yankees. Period.
You know what?
I'm so sick of the fucking.
I think Jack and I would go for the Cardinals a little bit more if they quit choking up at the end of the game. Last time they played, they literally threw away the game.
Yeah, well, so do the Diamondbacks.
I know.
Saja said none
for this.
taken. But yeah, I mean,
Hey,
it's.
I
Go ahead.
I'll say this: I've never been a Yankees fan because I find their fan base stupid. Because most of the time they treat everyone like shit.
Good.
Yeah, but let's see. And unfortunately, Chicago lost.
Yeah, I know the Cubs lost. I was watching that game. It kind of pissed me off in a way. But I'll still always support the National League.
Well, you want to know something? The city I used to live in, Mesa, they built a stadium for the Cubs.
Oh yeah.
But a few years ago.
Training. It's their spring training home.
All right, so let's see. Right now, this is what I'm seeing. ALCS, Seattle is leading 2-0. NLCS, Los Angeles Dodgers are leading the Milwaukee Brewers in that series 1-0 so far.
Fuck the Dodgers. That's another team that I'm not a big fan of.
It'd be awesome if the Mariners and the Brewers go to the World Series.
That would be a good World Series. But based on what I'm understanding, based on what you're saying, it's probably gonna be the worst of one of the teams.
Yeah, probably. I'm thinking it's gonna be the Mariners and the Dodgers.
You know,
I know one thing's for sure.
As long as made the best team win, that's all I'm going to say.
Well, speaking of that, what happened was Chicago and Milwaukee being so close to each other, the winning team, the loser, the team that lost would have to like donate food to the other city. Well, since Chicago lost, they donated 100 pizzas to people having food insecurity in Milwaukee. But Milwaukee decided, you know what, we're going to be good sports too. They donated brats to people in Chicago suffering from food insecurities. Now, of course...
hey. At least they didn't have to go through wearing one another's jerseys.
No. But that's something that...
No, you know what
that's something I like. Go ahead.
You know what I would choose for a requirement if I was in that situation?
What?
That the coach has to go to the other city and work in a soup kitchen.
Yeah, I know that it's just a game. Well, they probably wouldn't consider it just a game, but you know, the way I look at it, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game that works right. They may disagree with me.
Damn it.
You know, they may disagree with me, but
as a Cub fan, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you.
See, I'm not into the sport, so I can't
put it this way. Sticking with a team like the Cubs, who's had one World Series win in over 100 years, is hard. But guess what? I'm gonna do it because the Cubs are my team.
That's fine.
Well, you know what?
Hey,
It takes a true fan to stick with a team that's having a lousy season.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I just had a funny idea for you for when you go down for surgery.
What's that?
When you're going into La La Land and you're starting to feel kind of woozy after the administration of the anesthesia, you know what you should say to the doctors?
What?
Make sure that you dye my hair purple while you're in there.
Oh.
Oh my god. That'd be hilarious.
Why are you letting him pick on you, Mike?
It's Jan. It's fine. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, it's okay.
Exactly.
It doesn't bother me
You
slightest.
say it is. Just trying to stick up for you, mister.
It's all good, Jan. It's like I just know that he's just picking on me. He's just having fun. There's no harm.
Okay. Well,
you know what? It's bad enough when you see somebody walking around with their hair dyed purple in a mohawk, but down below hair is colored like that. I think I'll pass.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna end this with one quick story, and I don't know if you've heard this by now, but Kirby Smart and Georgia. Let's just say there's a bit of a controversy concerning a supposed timeout when he said he didn't call one.
I'm gonna measure out 47 inches now.
So, basically, Kirby Smart contends he wasn't trying to call timeout with just more than 13 minutes left in the game Saturday, as the play clock was winding down and facing a 3rd and 9 and trailing Auburn by 3. Yeah, they're clapping, so I told them before the game, if these guys clap, it's a penalty, Smart said in the post-game press conference after Georgia won 20-10. They can't clap because we'll false snap. I've lost games on that before in the stadium, and I told them, if they clap, I'm going to tell you. Yes, it appears Smart did try to call a timeout. He was granted the stoppage only to clarify to the official he didn't want the timeout. The officials granted the request and the play clock was reset. I've got someone in the box watching every play, Smart said. They were clapping, so I ran over to them and said, they're clapping. And he thought I called timeout. So I wanted to make sure he understood. Go lip read because I'm screaming, they're clapping. Let's see. Smart made it clear he didn't believe the Bulldogs were in any danger from not getting the play and therefore didn't need a timeout. I didn't need a timeout because we were going to get it off before the shot clocks, Smart said. It was 2-1. We were going to get it off before the play clock ended. I didn't need a timeout. It was the fact that they were clapping. I wanted them to call it because it's a penalty. So let's just say a lot of people are not happy with Kirby Smart right now.
Shirley.
Yes.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
You could be the new lacrosse coach for your University of Alabama.
They start playing lacrosse, surely.
I don't even know how to play lacrosse, so I don't think I'd be good as a coach.
You know, I'm just giving you a simple.
I know.
Yeah, excuse me.
But yeah, anyway, I think this is a good point. We can stop right here and wrap things up for tonight. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. All right. So anyway, here's our plan. Tomorrow night, Frodo and I will do political catch-up, and boy, we've got a doozy. A serious doozy. Trust me. That's all I'm going to say. And then Thursday, I'll be doing Pac-Man. And then on Friday, we'll be doing trivia night. So, but basically what we're doing is we're setting up for Halloween, because Halloween night on Friday will be Among Us night for sure.
And then Saturday night, we've all decided, without the person involved, that there's going to be a hair dyeing going on. and we've decided that we're going to make it so that Janet can shine.
That I'm what?
You can shine. Because we're going to dye your hair bright neon pink.
All you got to do is just put some red hair coloring on my.
Yeah, I have to make sure.
Yeah, when
I have to make sure we don't have an allergic reaction though, too.
Yeah, but like I said, it has to be that kind of hair dye that glows in black light.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll put in your ceiling where your computer is, we'll put a black light so that whenever you're on the show, you glow.
Mm-hmm.
How's that sound, Shirley?
Well, I guess it could work. I'm kidding. All right. But yeah, Sasha said it best. Among Us on Halloween. Yep, that's our plan. We're going to do this week and next week we'll do trivia night. And then Halloween night, yeah, we're going for Among Us. So.
All right, ladies.
All right.
I'm going to bounce. You guys finish this.
All right. Peace,
see you Thursday, Frodo.
All right. So now I'm going to play the ending. So hang on for 15 seconds. All right, so with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everyone have a great night, sleep well, stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow night with Frodo for Political Catch-Up. So, peace out.
Bye, everyone.
Later.